Yo, yo. I just had to go live real quick. I really had to go live. What's up with y'all? You know what I'm saying? I got the capabilities to do this shit, so why not voice my opinion, right? So, yeah. Hassan Campbell, DJ Academics, right? So this is my thing. Hassan Campbell dropping bombs right now. DJ Academics, I don't know what to say about DJ Academics at this point other than he is most definitely failing himself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let Hassan drop a couple of jewels, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna elaborate real quick. You know what I mean? Here we go.
Hassan Campbell, how much is your chain worth? The question should be is how much does this house cost and how could you get one? That's what you should be asking. Don't ask me about no jewelry. Ask me about how could you get you some property. If you ain't got a house already, don't ask about no goddamn jewelry. Brother Hassan, chosen one, I'm joyful for you and your family. Love seeing you. Elevation, awesome, real warrior. I walk alone myself, brother. In the last days, you're going to have to walk alone. Living in the times of Sodom and Gomorrah, you're going to have to walk alone.
Hold up though. So let me say this. I haven't heard from Hassan Campbell in so long. I pretty much forgot about him. But it just popped up on my feed today. So I was just like, let me check this out real quick, right? And I got to listen and I didn't get a chance to finish the whole thing, but he dropped some jewels in here. Pay attention.
We live amongst a time where we had to have a president come and tell us that he's going to overturn what the government did instead of the people. These niggas told you that it's okay for your little boy to be a girl and your little girl to be a boy, and y'all stood on that. And y'all allowed it. Y'all allowed it.
Hell yeah. Emergency stream. Yes, it is. Balti Mega. Shout out to Balti Mega. Our music is doing fabulous right now. You know what I'm saying? And more to come. You heard me? Yo, but Hassan, he dropping jewels right now.
But everybody want to talk shit about Trump. Y'all allowed that nastiness. Y'all allowed females to get punched in the face by men with tits. Y'all allowed females to get punched in the face by men with tits in the dick. Y'all allowed it. Y'all ain't care. Y'all was willing to let Pharaoh do whatever he wanted to do in Sodom and Gomorrah, or Lot and his people, whichever one. Y'all allowed it. There was no morals, no integrity. And every time something is going wrong with the Board of Education or with black people, the quote unquote real niggas don't ever show up. They too busy on the block celebrating they rap videos. The real niggas don't show up. They too busy on the block celebrating they rap videos. Oh, you're not entertained? And it's sad, but somebody got to tell you niggas, right? When you get to a certain age and you start meditating and fasting and praying, or you just start growing and becoming your higher self and a higher level of yourself, you don't listen to music every day. You can't even tolerate some of this shit that's coming out of niggas' speakers.
That part. He's dropping jewels right now. I don't listen to music every day. And sometimes I just like to just not hear shit at all. You know what I mean? Or sometimes I like to listen to some shit that ain't hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. You gotta take a break. You gotta have a balance of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's dropping bombs, man. I mean, like, he's really getting scientific with it because it is a thing when you do become older. What do you rhyme about? And I said in the last show Monday, I was just like, look, if the industry said you couldn't put anything about King Islam, loving Islam now, God and somebody, right? Then it's like a lot of y'all don't have nothing to rhyme about. A lot of y'all can't function without causing harm to somebody in a song. So if you're a true artist, then you'll be able to adapt, rhyme about some other things, you know what I'm saying, and just keep pushing forward because you're supposed to evolve. How you? I do agree. How you gonna be like 40 something, 50 something years old, talking as if you 20 years old, riding around with choppers and things of that nature? Especially if you're not a revolutionary and on some revolutionary, you know what I'm saying, self he is long true. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm just like, yo, like, He dropping jewels right now. He dropping some heavy jewels.
So when you niggas are still running around at 40 and 50 years old talking about turning somebody's TV off and rocking their snot box, like, yo, who the hell's listening to that every day? That's why your music is not going to sell. Because you got to be in the mood to listen to that kind of music every single day. You niggas don't even balance your music out. Where's the fun music?
That part.
Where's the fun music? Where's the music that you can play at the barbecue where your senior citizen family members is there too and they can dance to that?
That part.
You niggas is almost senior citizens and you still rapping like you're 20.
Can your dentures withstand the force of a golf swing?
Get him, son.
We're putting Nuvia's permanent teeth in 24.
Where's the balance at? Remember back in the days when Will Smith came out with that song, Summertime? That's gonna forever be a classic in the summertime because it's summertime. When Tupac came out with Dear Mama, every time his Mother's Day is gonna play on the radio. Y'all niggas gotta learn how to be creative. It kind of hurts your stomach every time you looking at a nigga that's 40 and 50 years old and he's the epitome of a real nigga. Nah, I'm saying, I wanna give a toast and a shout out to all my real niggas. You niggas sound stupid. That's why niggas don't like me. Cause I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, it's time to grow up, yo. It really is time to grow
There's
up.
a lot of good music out there these days. It just don't get no light. Exactly, it don't get light. I don't see them niggas running down on Funkmaster Flex.
See, I'm gonna say this, yo. See, this is the thing, right? And y'all heard my music and shit, right? At the end of the day, right? I'm gonna say this 100% so everybody can hear me, yo. It's an industry plan to rhyme that way. That's an industry formula. That's mainstream shit. You don't get that like that on the underground. And when you do have dudes doing it, let me just take you back into history real quick. Kool G Rap had a song called Roads to the Riches. And in that video, he had his grandson sitting on his lap. And at the end of the song, when his grandson was sitting on his lap, basically his grandson ain't want no parts of that life. So at the end of the day, I don't understand what's wrong with you niggas out here. I really don't. We used to have a balance. We had like Public Enemy and shit like that. Now all of a sudden, like it's a cornball to stand. You're a cornball to stand for righteousness or something like that. What is wrong with y'all, yo? Like it's really a problem, and I'm not playing around. Like it's a fucking problem. Like y'all really think that murking a nigga every other song, so forth and so on, you know what I'm saying, is the thing to do. And then when you go get in the wood, what happens? You want to thank God. That shit don't make sense to me at all. It don't. It shouldn't even make sense to y'all. We need better. The seeds of being hyper violent and hypersexual at the ages of 6 and 10. You can't blame nobody but the parents because they hyper violent and hypersexual. Music is a soundtrack for the degeneracy that's going on. And that's just basically what it is. We understand it's rough in the hood. We understand the hard times. We understand all that shit. But at the same time, it's like, yo, like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, we want to change the shit. Of course, we going to tell the hood stories. Some of them tragic, you know what I mean? Some of them good. Some of them just plain just fucked up, awful, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, it's just the reality base. But that's not something that somebody's trying to live off of as far as for lifestyle and all that. You want to still be looking behind your back. You still be wanting to, you know what I'm saying, like run from the police, hop fences at old ages. You want to promote that shit? That shit ain't cool. We trying to survive out this bitch. And then on top of that, hip hop was made so we won't have to do the dumb shit. It gave us an outlet because niggas wasn't getting jobs like that. And if they was, it wasn't something that, you know what I'm saying, you know, somebody feel like they can make a sure enough life out of. You know what I mean? People want better. So hip hop comes around and it creates jobs. It start putting money in people's pockets, tax free. It's street culture. But at the same time, it's not illegal per se because what? It's your art. You can sell your art. Y'all need to grow the fuck up for real, for real. That's all I got to say.
How you get some property? Start off by saving some money, working, getting you a decent job. Yo, Zip with the Drip can rap. Zip with the Drip can rap for somebody that want to listen to some ignorant shit. He ain't got no message in his music. Don't nobody want to hear that. That shit that he talking about. Like, listen, you gotta understand something.
Hold up. Show me a Wu-Tang album that there is no message. Pull the album out from Wu, no message. Pull it, show it to me. Then, right, find a Nas album with no message. Shit, even Jay-Z had messages. So, you know, what's the message of the day shit? And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on enough because I rock with drill music too, but the beats, half the shit niggas is saying, I mean, come on, yo, it's redundant. Right? But for the most part, if you saying something different over a drill beat, I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's just what's being, you know what I'm saying, put over these beats that is detrimental over these instrumentals. Oh, boss.
The younger boys are listening to drill music. They don't want to hear that. The older niggas don't want to hear that. We want to hear, if I'm going to listen to some music, right? Don't get me wrong. I do need some workout music, but I don't want to hear nobody talking about being in the trap. I'm sorry.
Front door open.
I don't want to hear a nigga calling himself a 40-year-old hooligan. Your music don't relate to me. I'm sorry. I don't know why niggas don't be truthful. Just tell the truth. At 40 years old, at 50 years old, the last thing that you want to do is shoot somebody. So why you rap about it? You don't want to have to shoot nobody. You know you going to jail. There's cameras everywhere. The last thing you want to do is shoot somebody in your 40s or 50s. Why niggas don't tell the truth? Of course they're not going to tell the truth.
So I'm going to stop that right there. Yeah, Hassan did his thing on that one, right? But I want to dive straight into DJ Academics real quick, then I'm going to get out of here. Because I got to address this shit, man. I really got to address this shit right here. Man, I got to address this. I got to go in on this. I just want y'all to listen real quick.
DJ Academics threatens to send Ab-Soul to meet Nipsey Hussle.
Yes, and I'ma slap Academics when I see him.
Ab-Soul, if you ever raise a hand at me, it'll be your last day on earth, nigga. You gonna enjoy Nipsey. Nipsey, King Von, Pac, all of y'all gonna be having a good time. Stop playing. I hate you rappers. Y'all don't talk tough to nobody. We ain't see you slap nobody. Can't even hear your voice. Stop it. We don't believe you. And I'm going to the GNX concert. I'm either Toronto or I'm picking another day. So you go, I'm gonna be there. I'm going to you. You ain't coming to Jersey, nigga. You try to slap me the last day on earth, nigga. You take your last couple deep breaths. Hope you wish your whole family. What are y'all niggas talking about? What is you talking about? You're that little goofy shit y'all talking about? Like, bro, it's not happening. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The nigga violating you, you don't want to slap him? Or maybe we're just rapping. I think you probably just rapping. Ab-Soul not like that. I got this goofy ass talking like this. Ab-Soul, I'll give you an address, nigga. I dare you to pull up and try to slap me. It'll be your last day on earth. I've been praying and begging for one of y'all rappers to give an example. Keep your goofy raps, keep rhyming words, and keep it wherever the you at, man. You could spin. Y'all just GNX tour with Justin Jersey, 888 Newark Avenue, Jersey City, New Jersey, nigga, 07306. You could come meet me there. You won't slap nothing. It'll be the last day you on earth. Stop rapping about doing shit to people who ain't talking about doing shit to you. I'm going to call out that every single time. So now when you rap this, you put this on record and you ain't about to do nothing. What am I supposed to say about it?
What up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking fact. Hit the like button.
Hold up, Charles Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe on Charles Brown channel. Do the same for Hassan Campbell if you feel the need to do so. But yo, listen. this shit that academics is talking right now is insane. And I just want to put my 2 cents up in it, and this is all alleged. First off, I don't think, not unless you absolutely just dumb, but I don't think people actually really, you know what I'm saying, like, talk shit like that, not unless they know they have, like, some type of backup or something. You know what I'm saying? Some type of backup. So, he's incorporated with the people that you see on his show and shit like that, so he signed them to the record label, right? He gave them a deal. He paid them millions of dollars, right? Now, let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all heard any music from Academics record label? I'll wait. Exactly. So what I'm saying is the so-called artists aren't the artists. You feel me now? I'm going to say it out without saying it, right? But at the same time, just put it together. So he talking all this trash, and don't get me wrong, you know, if you feel threatened, you gotta defend yourself, defend your motherfucking self. But always defend yourself when you in the right. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to defend yourself when you wrong. But I'm just saying, as long as you right, you good. Now, I'm saying with him, he's talking to people that's from the streets. He's not talking to people that's from his level of living or understanding. He's not from the streets. Don't forget, Warren Chirac. He's not from Chicago, right? He's talking all this garbage, but he ain't smacked nobody. He ain't doing nothing to nobody. He always say he gonna do something to somebody, especially if they say they got some type of beef with him. But he feel like because he probably like 30 million up or something like that at this point, and only been in this country a minute, so he don't know the culture here like that. But he feels as though he's better than everybody. And then there's things that I've seen where he talks about how he wasn't liked in school and he was the odd man out. So that just goes back into the theory of, hey, you ain't had no clout in high school. So now that you become whatever you become, you know what I'm saying? Now you this. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you wasn't that before this, nigga. Now that you got your feet wet, so forth and so on, you think you could talk to all these thugs and gang members and all that any kind of way you want because you feel as though you can do that because you got the money to do it. But we hope no harm comes to you, but I'm just saying karma's a bitch, yo.
Hit the subscribe and notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. DJ Academics has gone too far. It was one thing when DJ Academics was the quirky, the obnoxious YouTuber that had a penchant to make these parody-like or these weird, kind of disrespectful commentary videos on his channel. We thought they were funny. We thought that he was ahead of the curve, and for a time it was good. We used to watch Academics outside of the War Chirac. We watched him break down the latest Drake news, the latest XXXTentacion news, the Tekashi 69 news, Lil Baby, Young Thug, all of that stuff. Academics was one of the first people you would go to for that SoundCloud era, that new school, that Lil Uzi Vert information, right? It became a thing where if you wanted to kind of plug in with the younger generation to see what they had going on, Academics was your guy. If you were into that, if you were like, you know what, let me give these guys a chance. Let me see what's going on. I would go myself, I would go over to Academics page, and sometimes he was reporting on older artists, and it wasn't often, but you know, he was like a little bit of a plug, okay? Academics used to make it clear that he was in no stretch, in no terms, a thug, hard rock, some type of just a menace out here in these streets. He was not tough by no stretch. He would always concede and say, I'm going to tell. I am 100% running and snitching and telling. He was always up front with that basically that was his image. The nerd in his mama's basement that didn't want no smoke. He just wanted to sip his little Henny and report on the hip hop scene. Well, over the last couple years, I want to say at least about 7, 8 years, Academics has slowly learned that he can taunt these rappers no matter how tough, how rough they act. He can taunt these rappers. And dare I say, he even withstood Nipsey being a little miffed at him, right? He was
I remember switching doctors around 2021, and she told me
Get out of here.
able to withstand Meek Mill. He was able to withstand Lil Baby. Quite a few rappers that Academics was allowed to talk crazy to with zero repercussions. The only rapper I know for a fact that caught up with him was Casanova. And Casanova ended up being cool with them because he pulled him off to the side and started talking at some party somewhere, somehow, and he caught up with Academics, who was scared shitless in real life, let's just be honest. But they talked it out, and I guess Academics had his cousins in there or whatever. Somehow, some way, him and Casanova moved forward, right? But Academics has been allowed to really start to not be the guy that's going to tattletale, right? Academics has been allowed to actually talk crazy from behind a computer screen, behind his VPN, right? He's able to say and do anything that he wants. At this point in 2025, Academics has been allowed to run so wild that his antics somehow has translated in his mind that the real world is the same exact thing. And I say all that to say this. Academics heard the song by Ab Soul where he said he was going to slap Academics when he see him, right?
My bad.
Now, back in the day, this would have been like laughed off, but like, this is Academics. That's, you know, Academics a sucker. Down anymore. He's going to not only defend himself, he's going to basically goad you in to come in to try to do something to him. Academics is pretty much saying, if you lay one finger on me, I'm going to put you in a grave. Okay, now
Hold up. Now this is my other theory, allegedly, right? Everybody want to call Vlad the hip hop police, right? Everybody want to call Vlad the hip hop police. So let me do this real quick in front of y'all. I'm just gonna see something. Let me make sure y'all see that. Can y'all see that? Yeah. Okay, Adam 22 Police Code. Woo! In Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, Radio Communications, Adam 22 refers to a patrol unit in Division 2, Wilshire Division, with 2 officers assigned to the 22nd Reporting District or beat. The 2 indicates Wilshire Division, A, Adam, signifies the 2-officer unit, and 22 designates the beat. Right? So, y'all talking about Vlad being the police. Everybody's so smart, yo. You know what I'm saying? How is Vlad just like he the only one? If I'm not mistaken, Adam 22, you know what I'm saying, they got issues dealing with, you know what I'm saying, gang members, so forth and so on, allegedly, that they've been setting people up. So when you think about Academics, right, and you hear what he's doing, and you see who he talks to, you see who he's around, what I'm saying is, why don't y'all call him that? Call him that too. It seems like it's a group of them to me. They might be the new version of the hip hop police. Who knows? But I'm just saying, y'all seen it for yourself. Adam 22, Police Code. Woo, boy. Spread this, like, share, subscribe, do all that shit. You feel me? Let this be known, because y'all some smart dumb cats out here. Adam 22. Adam 22. One more time. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me hit y'all off like this. Wait a minute.
Adam 22. Adam 22. Okay?
Just the way it works, man. Everybody's so smart though. And I keep telling y'all that internet, every social media thing, anything attached to the internet is federal. It's federal, yo. And y'all just doing the most on federal shit. Man, where my vape at? God damn. Well, I need my vape. Can't find my vape. Oh, here it is. Let me hit my vape. Damn. Shout out to BMG, Born Divine, Wu-Tang Management. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole world. Shout out to Balti Mega Singard. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Young Damo. Shout out to Desert Eve, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, what's wrong with y'all people out here? Shout out to Amon, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Me and my crew, we don't be understanding y'all, yo. It's like we aliens and shit like that, because we looking at you niggas like, why y'all so behind mentally? Why y'all think so slow? Why your thought travel so slow? What you eating, yo? Why y'all act like that? The shit's in the food too. But also music and all that shit, you gotta be careful of all that. But I just had to put that out there. Adam 22. Y'all see it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You see it for yourself. Adam 22. Vlad in academics. If you gonna say Vlad, then you gotta put most definitely Adam 22 and academics. What happened to 6ix9ine? Right, exactly. And he was just broadcasting it. What happened to a lot of rappers that appears on his show? You see what I'm saying now? They either, you know what I'm saying, like destroy Islam equality, or they get locked up. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? But I ain't want to take too much more of y'all time, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and let this fly on y'all real quick. You know what I mean? I'm going to get out of here with this right here. Wait a minute. Goddamn commercials. Bam. Yeah. I dedicate this to all you slow-minded motherfuckers, yo.
12 gauge barrel, left him in the gravel. Portal escape, time travel, apocalypse, move through space in ancient ships. Louis Vuitton print on the pistol grip. Fashion killer, get shot while you eating shrimp. Shape shift into a fine mist. Clone 1,000 villains in the image and likeness of a drug dealer. I'm Scarface sniffing ether in the fresh Caesar. Jewels on Gucci sneakers with a fly diva. Slaughterhouse chop you up with the meat cleavers. Yeah. Liquor and designer fashion. Niggas die in designer fashion. Liquor and designer fashion. He was drunk when he felt the cannon. Liquor and designer fashion. Niggas die in designer fashion. Liquor and designer fashion. He was drunk when he felt the cannon. Bullets went through Yakub, it bad for me. Vision X-ray, street sweep you, K-Slay. Send a mask to the chest, looking like spaghetti. 7 to the body, call him Machiavelli. Mike working like a Uzi, spray niggas into sushi. Knock the G off your Gucci. Pour out some Duce, it was all a dream like Juice.
Like Juice. We out.
Liquor and designer fashion.